types are there, etc. But more specifically, the 3 characteristics that I want to point out today, I'm going to list off a number of them outside of the 3, but I'll be zooming in on 3 of them that can better define what it might look like to see self-esteem, right? What does it look like? So let's start. Now, if at all this cuts out, that's okay. We can always start over. However, we're just going to keep floating through, right? Because, of course, there's some glitches with the connection to the internet today, so I'm going by that. So, all right, and you'll hear some dog barking and, of course, construction in the background. So that's life. So here we go. So I'll start off with just listing out the 9, as I mentioned before, and we'll go from there, okay? So 1 is to believe in oneself. People who have high self-esteem have confidence in their own abilities. It doesn't mean they never have doubts, and we'll talk about that a little bit more after I list this out. Second, know what they want or need. People with high self-esteem or healthy self-esteem, I prefer healthy self-esteem, are effective at communication skills. 4th, there's a drive to succeed. 5th, comfortable with change. 6, enjoy healthy relationships. 7, goal-oriented and also able to laugh at themselves. So the 3 I'm going to highlight is believing in oneself, able to laugh at themselves, and also enjoy healthy relationships. This sometimes gets missing in the talk about self-esteem, these 3 points. Believe in oneself, enjoy healthy relationships, and laugh at oneself. A lot of times I'm gonna talk a little bit about each one right now. Believing in oneself there's a fine line between believing in yourself and then exalting yourself, which can be the other side of self-esteem. Is it really self-esteem when we exalt ourselves to the point where we think we're better than someone else, or we look down at someone else? That in fact is not self-esteem. So when you believe in yourself, it's about just behaving in a way, or believing in your own abilities, as I mentioned. What are your skill sets? What are you certain about? What are you not certain about? Are you feeling doubts? Just knowing where you stand, believing in what you can do, and being open to learning what you don't know regarding a particular scenario, right? And that's just a brief example. Now going on to the next one. Enjoy healthy relationships. People with healthy sense of self-esteem enjoy healthy relationships. Their relationships can flourish, or they can ebb and flow, or they can doubt their connection with the people in their lives and still have a strong sense of who they are. It's so important for us to emphasize that self-esteem is about being comfortable in your own skin, regardless of what's going on. And even if at some point you doubt what that is, you're willing to do the work to reconnect to yourself and therefore understand what's going on around you with the people in your lives. So if in fact you're feeling a little bit off kilter about your own self-esteem, you'll notice that there are signs in your own relationships that might start to reflect that back to you. And there's a whole story and a whole outline that I've done about that. And I think it's so important to know that crucial connection. But seeing as how we have a few minutes of chat today, I won't be going into the deep dive of that, but that can be found in one of my courses. So looking at how it is that our relationships can tell us a lot about where our self-esteem lies. in that point of our life. Doesn't mean you'll always be in that questionable, off-kilter stance. It just means that in that moment, you're learning about what your self-esteem is about, right? So a healthy self-esteem is about healthy relationships. That's 2. Number 3, you're able to laugh at yourself. Oh my goodness, laughter is the best, or one of the best medicines that I would recommend, because laughter makes you laugh at yourself and not take yourself so seriously. And no matter how poised we are, all of us, have a bit of the fool in us, right? And the fool gives us a bit of wisdom, right? If we don't know how to laugh at ourselves, if we don't know how to admit when we screwed up on something or when we don't know something, and when we can pace ourselves and say, hey, that was silly. Why did I do that? Right? And laugh at yourself. You can't laugh at yourself. You're not gaining the wisdom from the fact that we are not almighty. We are not better than. We are not perfect. And I'm of the school of thought where being perfect is boring, right? You have to be willing to mess up and see a bit of chaos, not depraved chaos, not unsettling chaos in the sense of debilitating, making yourself, self-sabotaging yourself or self-sabotaging others. No, that's not the chaos I'm talking about. That's another topic and another video altogether. But chaos brings out a sense of creative way of looking at life, and I just think it's so beautiful when there's the unknown, and you're going through and trying to figure out, well, gee, okay, how can I laugh at this? The whole cosmic joke of it all, right? And I know sometimes folks are saying, well, we have to be serious about life and we have to make it so, and this and that has to be lined up and it has to be perfectly in alignment for me to be happy. But really, life can't be perfectly aligned all the time, and we have to give ourselves a break and just say, hey, laugh at yourself. You're not getting it right now. That's okay. Something messed up. That's okay. Something didn't go exactly as planned. That's okay too. It doesn't mean we sit back forever and never try to understand what that was. It's about really just getting back on the horse and saying, hey, okay, that was funny. I fell off. My face landed in the mud, or I fell off that, and that didn't work out. How can I get back on the horse, so to speak, right? How can I get back on the horse? How can I get back behind the wheel and learn from that, and using laughter all the way, so to speak, right? So yeah, so I'm gonna go through those points again. I'm gonna go through and list those bullet points again, just the 3 that I focused on. So 1, believe in yourself. That's for sure, right? So believe in oneself. Number 2, enjoy healthy relationships. And 3, able to laugh at yourself. Just 3 out of the list that I focused on regarding healthy self-esteem. What does it look like? What are the characteristics? And these are just 3 that I mentioned. So that's the end of this chat for today. So I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun revisiting some of my thoughts about this and bringing this to you today. And I just think it's a really great topic for us to just chew on for a bit. You're not going to get a perfect first time around to understand what your self-esteem is all about 100%, but start with a foundation that you can live with and see where that takes you, right? Okay, with that said, we've come to the end of this chat. Enjoy your day. Namaste.